It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. The ball is teed up, and with the boots, the NFL postseason has officially begun. From his own end zone, here we go. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
13, Lou.
It's an option right that begins this drive. And this one doesn't go far. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field, nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Hey, Lion. Here we go, son.
Now it's Lawrence. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he's not cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
All right, let's go.
Blown back, gets the handoff. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
11. Hey, easy. Ralph. Silver.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Brought to the ground by Cameron Bynum. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
23.
Now Lawrence. He has the first over the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. Offense marching it downfield on their opening drive. Here's the 1st and 10 from the 47. Right up the gut. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. Offense up to the line fast. From the 44 here on 2nd down. He's got Thomas on a slant. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Opening script working gangbusters so far. 1st and 10 now at the 29.
Big 13 heavy. Silver.
Now Lawrence on the play fake. And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars finish up an excellent opening series. Now they'll try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. And he elects not to bring this one out, so no run back, and we'll pick things up from the 30-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Hot 70. No check. Ready?
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he's going to get up to about the 33, but no more. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. But give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Back to throw. Just got it away before the hit button. It doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. That's taken at the 15. And a big hit on the return to stop it cold. New series coming up following the punt. And it'll be Jaguars football. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
On red.
Here's the handoff. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. Working quickly here. From the 48. He rolls to his right. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got third.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Red on red. Here we go.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
We've reached the end of one in this opening round of the AFC playoffs. Neither side separating much so far. We'll get you back to Jacksonville right after this. Back for the second quarter. It's Jaguar football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Plowing up the middle. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. Offense in the hurry up here. From the 37. Got a man, it's Thomas. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
They've got first down from the 31.
11. Easy. Hey, I'm gun.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Gets him on the quick hitter. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. All right, all set up now. First and 10.
Hey, go.
Give now to the running back. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll run now on second down. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on third down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
The handoff on third and short. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a first and goal.
You love a huddle. Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
All right, let's go. Same right. 11, Agate. 30 left. Red.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone.
Hey, easy. Route. Here we go. Hey, Jupiter. Hey, kill.
Quick throw left side, complete. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars double their lead to 14. The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. Here's Smith on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that'll be good for a Denver first. This will bring us to the 2-minute warning. The Broncos trailing on the scoreboard. Ball on the 45, first and 10. Pass play now. Pass is caught. It's T.J. Hawkinson. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock's still running. To throw here on first down. Quick slant to Hawkinson. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a pickup of 11. And the Broncos will have a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, It's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Short pass brought in. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
Kid, I was on the field, the young high school quarterback, just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other, give him a chance to make a play.
They are throwing it again. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. And the Jaguars will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, well, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. With this kick, we're back underway. A spot in the divisional round on the line. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Trying again, following the sack. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
Completed over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Running it after the penalty. Into the secondary past the 40. All the way. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos cut into the lead coming out of halftime. They'll try this extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And this is taken in the end zone, but not returned, so they'll take it out to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
These are 24.
Now we're on the counter. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Hey, hey, hey. Here we go, sir.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Throwing the out route complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Hey, kill. Silver.
Handoff now from the gun. And he's brought down for a loss.
I got him.
Offense up to the line fast.
30 left.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
Go.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Throw wheeled in by Thomas. And they get this down to the 28. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Red on red.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Lawrence now off the play action. Headed out right. That's cut at the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Hey, go.
They'll try and punch it in. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, Lion.
Lawrence in the pistol. And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars push their lead further to start the half. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars double their lead to 14. The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. Returning it from the 4. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. interception give here. He's got to gain a 6 there. It was Andre Cisco who hauled him down there. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Bails out of the pocket, and he's dropped. They got there for the sack, and that brings us to the end. Throwing from the gun. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
First and 10, it's Lawrence. Cut near the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Hey, easy, route. Here we go.
Working inside the red zone. All in left side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
23.
They give it to him up the middle. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Jaguars make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars stretch their lead to 21. The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 4. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st. Still sticking with the passing game. Completed to his running back. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first. He'll throw it yet again. Dumped off to his running back. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Let's go.
They'll throw it again. Has him on the quick hitter. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Franklin. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Broncos hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Into traffic, complete. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing it again here. On the move, headed right. That one hits the ground, incomplete, but a flag also hit the ground. Let's sort this out. Can't go out of bounds and be the first one to touch it coming back in. As they say, that is an easy call. After the penalty, they have 3rd and 4. Pass play coming here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Back to throw. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Kate, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
So the Jaguars come away with a win in this one. And they're headed to the divisional round next week. Great start to their playoffs and getting the win at home, but the test's only getting harder from here on out. With Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jaguars as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And at center stage, it's the Raiders' versatile running back. He's been a frequent end zone tourist. He's second in the league in rushing touchdowns. It's the Raiders and the Broncos.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw is Mills. Fires left sideline. That is complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll let it go deep left sideline.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and I'll tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Now Mills. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. His second grab on this drive. Good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a 1st down. Mills now. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Throwing is Mills. To the goal line and in. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll look middle here and get it to Neighbors. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. This drive will start on the ground. Finding room at the 35. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. A big-time play for Vegas. It covers 51 yards. Now, faking the give. That is caught. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal. Back to throw, Mills. Over the top, he's got it. Touchdown, Vegas. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's going to manage to get this out of harm's way and bring it up to the 5-yard line. Good gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Mills to throw. Going up top. That is caught. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line. Here's Mills. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock is stopped at 26 seconds until the break. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. He'll push this one downfield for Bowers. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Raiders. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's complete. It's Malik Neighbors. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Well, he had such a great first half throwing the football. There's no reason to think, Mike, coming out here for the start of the third, that anything's going to change. He's picked up right where he left off, and the numbers are indicative of just how well he's played.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. He'll push this one downfield for Bowers.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
They're trying to work quickly here and put the pressure on the defense. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. 14 yards on that pass play there. First down, Vegas. They'll look to throw yet again. The ball comes out. The Broncos have it. How about the deep? Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to...
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. He'll look to throw. He's going to keep it himself. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down. He'll drop to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
He's got it at about the 8. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Lust. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by... They'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Back to throw. That's caught left side by Bowers.
When you think back to the first half, Mike, just how well he threw the ball, and you thought maybe this defense would come up with some answers in the second half to slow him down, but so far, that has proven to not be the case.
Big play. 3rd and 2. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Gets that one complete to his tight end Bowers. They'll get 19 out of that play. Good for a Raider first down. To throw is Mills. A high throw there, but a nice job to go up and get it. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in the 4th. They still have all 3 timeouts, and here we go with 1st and 10. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's 1st and goal. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. So this one, a win for the Raiders. And they will get a little extra time to enjoy it on this holiday weekend as they get the job done here on Thanksgiving.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And at center stage, it's the Raiders' superstar running back. He's been a frequent end-zone tourist. He's 2nd in the league in rushing touchdowns. It's the Raiders and the Bengals. Next.
And he'll take it for 4 yards on the game's first play. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Here's a 2nd and 6. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Well, that's 2 straight plays now where this secondary has won their matchup, and right now the offense needs to find some plays that just call for easy completions. Get your wide receivers in space. Allow them to run after the catch. Because right now these downfield passes.
The ball comes out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a 1st down. Now Mills. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
It'll get forward to about the 42. Big Grady Jarrett shuts it down. Throwing is Mills. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him. They'll try and play with some pace early on. They'll send their tight end left. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have a Raiders 1st down. They convert in style. Huge play on 4th and long. Now, faking the give. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal. And Tony.
The previous play is under review.
So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Battle.
Every defensive play.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run. It's a counter. Up the sideline at the 35. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the 1st play. And a 1st down. They'll stay on the ground. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
A big play there for the Raiders. 36 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. What will the 2nd quarter have in store? Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Mills to throw. The blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes. Mills now. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And 3rd down coming up. Here's Mills. And that is incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere.
Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Mills. He's going to air this one out. That is hard. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Look at that. Slinged it across his body and connected. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Right back to Neighbors. He's got it again. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
To the air now on 1st and 10. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down. Now off the bootleg. He'll look to throw here. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down. Forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got it...
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Vegas. That is 2nd. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Open man downfield. That's Neighbors. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. They'll look to throw. And he'll take it on in. Brock Bowers. Touchdown. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's a run going left.
Holding offense.
handoff here, up the middle. And he'll get about 3 yards of that back, setting up 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. That's caught by Bowers.
Another really nice throw right there, and as you can see the numbers he's been able to put up here, I'm a little surprised, if I'm being honest, Mike, with just how easy it seems to have been. It just seems like he's made every right decision every time that he's decided to throw the ball.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Open man, left side, he's got it. His 5th catch of the afternoon, good for a 1st down. He'll look to throw. This one complete right side. And he's going to be running out of bounds, but not until he gets down to the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. That's complete. It's Malik Neighbors. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs. Back-to-back losses. Now it is 3rd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. No help from those last 2 runs. It is 3rd and 13. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Even with the lead, they're trying to press the tempo. To throw is Mills. He's got a man. That's complete. And he's going to have the Raiders' 1st down. It's a gain of 12 facing 4th down. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
That's caught left side by Bowers. And he's in. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Up the middle they go. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their 2nd. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. They'll drop to throw. Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jermaine. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. On 2nd down, they run the counter. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. 1st down and more. past midfield. 14 yards on the pickup there. Now Mills. Over the middle. That's the tight end, Bowers. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Throwing is Mills.